I caught my wife rehearsing a divorce speech. She says it's just a joke. She stood in front of the mirror, practicing how to leave me. And when I asked what she was doing, she just laughed. Asterisk, my name is Zion. I'm 34, been married for 5 years. And until recently, I thought I was happily married. My wife's name is Ariba. She's 30. Beautiful, sarcastic, independent. The kind of woman who turns heads when she walks into a room, and for years, I thought we had something unbreakable. I was wrong. Let me tell you what happened. And you can decide if I'm being paranoid, or if my world really just shattered. It was a Saturday afternoon. I came home early from the gym. We were supposed to go to her cousin's dinner. I walked in quietly, didn't want to startle her. That's when I heard her voice, coming from the bedroom. She was talking to herself, not softly, loud, clear, like she was on stage. Zion, I've been thinking about this for a long time. And it's not easy for me to say. I froze. My hand still on the doorframe. You're not a bad husband, but I feel like I've been pretending. And that's not fair to either of us. My heart dropped. What was this? Was she rehearsing for a real breakup? I stepped back. I didn't want to eavesdrop, but I couldn't stop listening. You're kind, you're stable, but I don't think I'm in love with you anymore. Silence. Then she sighed, laughed awkwardly. No. That sounds too cold. Try again. I couldn't breathe. This wasn't a movie. This was my wife rehearsing how to leave me. I walked in. She jumped, eyes wide, like a kid caught stealing candy. Zion, you scared me. I stared at her. What were you just doing? She blinked, laughed too quickly. Oh that? Babe, relax. I was just joking. Practicing for a TikTok trend. You know those dramatic breakup monologues? My chest felt tight. You were joking? She smiled. But it didn't reach her eyes. Come on. Don't tell me you believe that nonsense. I was being dramatic on purpose. I didn't know what to say. Something about it felt off. Too specific. Too rehearsed. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing those words. I don't think I'm in love with you anymore. The next morning, she was back to normal, making breakfast, laughing at her phone, kissing me like nothing happened. But I wasn't okay. For the first time, I started noticing things. How she always looked at her phone and smiled when she thought I wasn't watching. How she avoided eye contact when I asked about her day. How she stayed up late, claiming to watch shows, but always had her AirPods in. One night I asked her directly, is there someone else? She dropped her spoon. What? Zion, no. Where is this coming from? I told her I just felt distant. Disconnected. She sighed. You're overthinking. You always do this. That word always cut deeper than I expected, like this was a pattern, like I was the problem. A week later, I found a folder on her laptop, labeled, If I Ever Leave. I opened it, shaking. Inside, a list of her monthly expenses, a draft email to her parents, a message titled, To Zion. I clicked it. If you're reading this, it means I didn't have the courage to say it face to face. You didn't do anything wrong. You were safe, you were kind. But I stopped feeling this spark a long time ago. And I stayed because I was scared of breaking you, of disappointing everyone. But love isn't about safety, it's about passion, and I think I've lost mine. I couldn't read anymore. I closed the laptop, walked out of the room. She wasn't just joking. She was preparing, planning, testing how it would feel to leave. When she got home that night, I confronted her. I saw the folder. She froze, didn't deny it, didn't cry, just whispered, You weren't supposed to see that. So it's true? I asked, You're leaving? I don't know, she said. Some days I want to. Some days I don't. I feel stuck. I sat down, heart racing. So why haven't you said anything? Because I thought maybe it would pass. Maybe if I kept pretending, it would become real again. She looked at me with tears in her eyes. Zion, I do care about you, but I don't know if I love you the way I used to. And there it was, the truth, not screamed, not thrown across a room. Just spoken, quiet, final. I asked one last question. Is there someone else? She shook her head. No, just a version of myself I keep hoping will come back. We agreed to take space. No big fights, no drama. Just distance. Time. It's been a month. She's staying with her sister. I'm alone in our apartment. Some days I miss her so much. It's hard to breathe. Some days I feel relief, because pretending you're loved is lonelier than being alone. Don't know where we're going, if we'll fix this, or fall apart completely. But I do know one thing. She wasn't joking. She just didn't know how to tell the truth until it broke us both. Asterisk at first. I thought the space would clear things up, that she'd come back, that love would win. But love doesn't win when it's one-sided. I spent the first week in denial, still setting out 2 plates. Still leaving her side of the bed untouched. Still waiting for the door to open. But it never did. One night, I called her. I had to know. Had to ask. She picked up after 5 rings. "Hey," she said. Soft, cold, distant. "Do you miss me?" I asked. She paused. "Some days, yes." That wasn't what I wanted to hear, but it was honest. I asked, "Do you want to come back?" Another pause. "I don't know yet." That answer cut deeper than a straight no, because it meant she was still deciding if I was worth loving again. I stopped calling after that. If she needed space, she could have all of it. Then one day, she messaged me, "Can we meet?" Just 3 words, but they made my heart pound like I was about to propose again. We met at the same cafe where she used to laugh at everything I said. Now, she just sat there, holding her cup like it might break if she blinked wrong. "I've been thinking," she said. "A lot." I stayed quiet. Let her speak. "I don't hate you, Zion, I never did. But I think I stopped seeing you as a man I wanted to grow with, and started seeing you as someone I owed loyalty to." I felt like the floor was disappearing. "So you pitied me?" I asked. "No," she said. "I admired you. You're kind, steady, safe. But I think I outgrew this version of us." I didn't even know how to respond to that. Outgrew? Like I was a pair of shoes? Was I boring to you? I asked. "No," she said. "You were predictable. And maybe I needed that when life was hard. But now, I crave something else. Something uncertain. Something that makes me feel alive." And there it was. She wasn't chasing someone else. She was chasing a version of herself that didn't exist in our home anymore. I swallowed the lump in my throat. "Then why didn't you just say that instead of writing goodbye letters in secret?" Her eyes welled up. "Because I didn't want to hurt you. And because a part of me wanted you to change without me saying a word." "Change how?" I asked. "I don't know. Be more spontaneous, more open, more emotional?" I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was tragic. "You married me for being stable. And now you want chaos?" She nodded slowly. "Maybe not chaos. Just a spark." And I didn't feel it anymore. I leaned back, looked out the window, watched people pass by, like they weren't sitting in a moment that was ending something real. "So what now?" I asked. "I don't want to lie to you. I think we need to separate, officially, not just space. Real distance." The words hit harder than I expected, because deep down, I was still holding on. Still hoping. "Is this goodbye?" I whispered. She wiped a tear. "No, it's honesty. And maybe someday, when we're both different people, we can look at each other and say we made the right choice." I nodded. Because I knew there was no fight left to fight, not when the other person had already packed up their heart and walked away. We filed for separation that week, quietly, privately. No drama. No court battles. Just 2 signatures on a love that had already ended in silence. I moved out of the apartment, took only a few things, left the furniture, left the memories, took back myself. The first night alone was brutal. I cried. Not because she left, but because I had loved someone who stopped loving me and never told me. Then something shifted. I started writing again. Started walking every morning. Started reconnecting with who I was before I tried to be the perfect husband. People don't talk about this part. How heartbreak doesn't always come with cheating or betrayal. Sometimes it comes from someone who simply looks at you and no longer sees forever. It's been 2 months. She hasn't called. Neither have I, and I'm not waiting anymore. I don't hate her. I really single quotes to. She was honest when it mattered most, even if it came a little too late. I look in the mirror now and I don't see a broken man. I see someone who gave everything and walked away with dignity. So if you ask me, was it just a joke? That speech she rehearsed? No, it was her truth rehearsed, in case I couldn't handle it. But now, I'm not afraid of people leaving. I'm afraid of people staying when they've already gone in their hearts. After she left, the apartment felt like a stranger's place. Same walls, same couch, same kitchen, but it wasn't mine anymore, because the person I built it with was gone. After Alina walked out that night, she never came back. She packed a suitcase. The next morning, while I was at work, left the keys on the counter. No note. No goodbye. Just silence. The same silence she rehearsed in that speech. "Rayan, I don't love you the way I used to. We've grown apart. This isn't working anymore. She didn't even have to say it. I had already heard it all, twice, once rehearsed, then delivered. Days passed. I didn't sleep much. Didn't eat properly. Every little noise made me think, maybe she was back. But she never was. Her sister messaged me once. She just needs space. Give her time. But time? Time didn't erase betrayal. Because even if she was confused, even if she felt lonely, she should have told me. Not rehearsed our breakup like it was a school play. 2 weeks after she left, I finally texted her. Can we talk? No reply. Then one night I got a voicemail. Her voice, soft, cracked. I didn't plan for it to end like this. I didn't know how to say it to your face. But the truth is, I stopped feeling like your wife months ago. That broke me. Not the content, but the tone. She didn't sound sad. She sounded relieved, like she had finally dropped a weight she'd been carrying for years. And all I could think was I the weight? I started therapy. Because the nights were getting darker, quieter, and I couldn't carry all of it alone. Therapist asked, what do you think changed? I didn't know. Or maybe I didn't want to admit it. But slowly, I pieced it together. We stopped talking about real things. Stopped laughing at dumb stuff. Stopped touching without needing a reason. We became roommates instead of partners. And I didn't fight it hard enough. Maybe that's why she wrote the speech. Because she knew I wouldn't write one of my own. Still, I wasn't the one who planned the ending. I didn't rehearse betrayal. She did. And I couldn't forgive that. 3 months later, I got divorce papers. No drama. Just a packet with my name, her name, and a lawyer's signature. I stared at them for hours. Hands shaking. Memories flashing. I signed them. With tears and anger and closure. I moved out a month later. To a smaller place. Cheaper. Quieter. I changed my number, deleted photos. Blocked her socials. Because some ghosts can only live if you keep opening the door. One day, I got coffee at a shop we used to love. The barista asked, hey, where's your wife? Haven't seen you two in forever, I smiled, the fake kind. Oh, she's working on something new. It was the truth. She was working on a new life, without me. A year passed. I grew stronger. Calmer, more myself. I took trips. Made friends. Went back to the gym, and I didn't hate her anymore. I just felt nothing. Until she showed up. At my door. In the same hoodie I used to wear, eyes red, voice soft. Can I come in? I stood still. Frozen. Then I nodded. She walked in, looked around. You changed the place. Yeah, I had to. She sat. I didn't. She said, I miss you. I looked at her. Why? She blinked. Didn't expect that. Because you were home. I swallowed hard. You rehearsed our end. And you delivered it perfectly. So why come back now? She teared up. Because I thought I'd be free. I thought it was the right decision. But all I feel now is emptiness. So you want me to fill it? I asked. She didn't answer. I'm not angry anymore, Alina. But I'm not yours anymore either. She sobbed. For the first time. She sobbed, and I didn't reach out. Because healing isn't about saving the person who broke you. It's about saving yourself. She left quietly. And this time, I didn't wait by the door. I walked back inside, alone, strong. And for the first time, peaceful, I sat on the couch. Looked around. This was my place now, my life, my rules. And if I ever rehearse anything again, it'll be the speech I give when I finally meet someone who stays, without rehearsals, without scripts, without lies.